Hey rookies, what's up? Welcome to this edition of the Bourbon Rookie, where today I am your cigar rookie. And I'm going to be presenting Double Dip Edition. The Double Dip Edition. Where I'm giving you 2 reviews in one video. And this is the Encore Black by EP Carrillo. And I think this is a new release for 2024. And the reason why this is a double dip is because initially a few days ago, went to my local cigar shop and I got the regular Encore. That's on the market since 2018, 96 rating by Cigar Aficionado 2018. And I smoked that thinking it was this. The variation on the band is the black here and here, and the wrapper on this is a Connecticut broadleaf, the binder's a Mexican San Andreas, and the filler is Nicaraguan, as opposed to the regular Encore, which is a Nicaraguan Puro. So I was initially going to start with that review and lead into this one, but for the sake of this being a new release, I'm going to go in reverse. So stay tuned at the end of this review for the double dip on the regular Encore. So this is I believe this is almost a Robusto size. It's a 52 by, what does this sound? Oh, it's on the back here. Schmaltz. 5 3/8 by 52. So box press. I would imagine it's going to be a totally different smoke, considering it's, the only thing that's Nicaraguan is the filler. But they do credit this in the description, which should be somewhere in this video, that they're saying it is a stronger smoke as opposed to the regular Encore. So with that, I'm gonna probably head out. No, I'm gonna go to my cigar shop because it's like 20-mile-an-hour winds, and I don't know if I would enjoy smoking out in 20-mile-an-hour winds. Just don't. No, and I don't want to affect the cigar. So what I paid for this, by the way, is I overpaid. The cigar shop here in my area in New York had this for $26.50, and online, courtesy of a few websites out there, I've seen this as low as $13.50. So there you go with the markup in New York. They're really trying to get you on this guy. I paid a little bit less for the regular Encore, and it's the same price point, $13.50 online. But the regular Encore, which I got, which is a little bit bigger than this, is more of a Toro size, was $21.50. So I guess just because this was the only Encore Black of this of any size, that this is the one that they got. So stay tuned, and we'll be back with our tasting impressions. So I'm midway through my cigar, my Encore Black, and it's a noticeable difference from the regular Encore. The regular Encore was creamy, pleasant, light in the mouth. This one's a little bit more complex. I wouldn't say it's necessarily any more full-bodied, maybe more in flavor. It's more earthy, leather, a little bit of a nut that I can't distinguish, maybe like a pecan, because there's a little bit of a hint of sweetness and more of a black pepper note on this. It's very drying on the palate. So for me, water, the pair with this. Don't hate it, like it. I gotta say, I don't think it's as good as the regular Encore. However, it's very good, and it's probably more of a 91. But let's see, I got a little bit more to go on this. All right, so we're back, and I started the video a little earlier than I normally would, But you can see right there, that little black circle there. Not sure if that's like a stem or who knows, maybe even a beetle that got buried into the cigar. Because I was getting a little bit of some flavor changes, maybe a little bit of a cocoa note. But then it just went into like charcoal and something very harsh, a little bit of an ammonia burn, and it recovered and started to regain its profile. So normally, obviously, a good reviewer would want to smoke more than one to give it a fair review, but at $26.50, I certainly didn't want to buy two. Would I buy it online for $13.50? Yeah, I might. However, I'd probably just go for the regular Encore because it was, to me, again, far better than this one. So I'm not saying if you live in a state where taxes are friendlier and the cigar is at $13.50, I would definitely recommend trying it, smoking it. And if your experience was anything different than mine, then please put it in the comments. So yeah, it's a recommend. However, unfortunately, I had a little something in there that just kind of changed the flavor profile of the cigar. But I gotta say, the construction was good. The retro hail, which I didn't comment on, was fabulous. It was just a beautiful, sweet retro hail. Yeah, if it weren't for that charcoal note, that little thing or whatever it was that was in there, stem, I would probably be a little bit more favorable to it, but it's still a recommend. But just not as good as the regular Encore. A little harsher on the palate, but not bad. And it certainly wasn't as creamy as the other one. The other one, I could see the 96 rating. This one, 90, 91. So, with that, enjoy the rest of the review on the regular Encore, and we'll see you next time. So this is a weird insert because as I was editing this video and trying to put all my clips together, I realized that the beginning 2-minute segment that I did on the EP Carrillo Encore regular at the cigar shop a couple days ago, I don't have it. Don't know what happened, but would have showed this cigar before I opened it and gave you a brief description of the cigar. Leading into the photos of the cigar burning and the process of the smoking with my final thoughts. So just check out the description of the cigar. I think the final 2 minutes actually gives enough information to salvage that portion of the double dip video where I describe enough of the flavor. But it was an excellent cigar, so stay tuned for that and enjoy the rest of the video. Thank you. So we're coming to the end of our EP Carrillo Encore, and this is the, if I didn't say it before, the celestial size, 6 1/8 by 50, and it's been great. Cigar Aficionado gave it a 96 rating, which, in my opinion, Cigar Aficionado throws around a 96 rating a lot to a lot of cigars. And this is up there, definitely up there. If you like a Padron, and I love Padron, 1964 is my favorite. This is kind of like reminiscent. It's kind of up there with that, except the description with EP Carrillo is that it's zesty, and I gotta say, I agree with that. All those notes that I mentioned earlier, I have to add, there's a little bit of zest to it, like a woody, cedar, lemony zest with the creaminess, the cocoa, all in the retrohale as well. And it's just a pleasurable cigar to smoke. This could be a go-to. I paid $21.50 here, and online you can get them for $13.50. So that's a really good price point. And I think it's the same for the black. So hopefully I can attach the black to the end of this review. But this is a highly rec and a fantastic cigar. And I gotta tell you, really like EP Carrillo with his releases. This one's from 2018. So it's been around, and I haven't. This is my first experience smoking it 5 years later. It's great.